Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, unlike some of these other reindeers tonight, I've actually prepared a statement that I would like to read. And it's not because I'm not so good with words. I'm forgetful. I've done too many drugs. It's just that I have a lot of important shit I gotta get. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could, have your attention. St. Nicholas saved my life. He saved my life. When I was a young buck, I flew with the wrong crowd. The hell's hood. The meanest bonds in all the Northern Hemisphere bar none. We go out drinking almost pretty much every night. Just tipping over igloos and pretty much looking for trouble. Now, one time an Eskimo called us herbivores. We sank his kayak. And back then, I used to have a tattoo of a flaming deer skull with a fiery jet trail all the way down my arm, like a comet. And that's actually how I got my nickname. Skull. But I don't have it anymore, so don't ask to see it. Now it's a beautiful snow cone. You see, St. Nicholas, he helped me put those days behind me. You know, when you hear stories of a good deer gone bad, that was me. We'd roam the range looking for trouble, only there wasn't shit to do. So basically, we'd get high on cocaine and fly into the city. We'd be zipping in between buildings, high low, flying full speed at their windshield. Well, let me tell you, you don't know the meaning of the word tough until you've etched your name into a brick wall using nothing but the bones coming out of your head and a shot of gin for anesthetic. One time we tried to rob a liquor store, but I was so blitz-wasted I didn't know. It could have been the cocaine or the fifth of gin, but I tell you, it was the bad marijuana. We had never smoked weed before, and we wanted to try it. Well, smoking it, that is. You see, out in the forest, you just sort of eat it off the bush. This whole roll it up and stock it, that was a novelty, and it sounded like fun. So we spun a couple of junkies, and the stuff they had must have been laced some voodoo shit. The next thing you know, I'm in the liquor store, and I'm staring at about 100 different soda combinations. There's all these fireworks. I'm standing there, staring at all the pretty colors. And boom! The shopkeeper blasted me with a 22. He kept beating me down. What could I do? All my friends had flown away. I was so delirious and fucked up, I didn't know what was happening. They took me to the shelter right then and there. They thought I was rabid. They were going to put me down. It's not funny. It was Somebody had heard about St. Nicholas's work with troubled young deer. So they gave him a call, and he came down there and he broke it down. He gave me a job, and he really turned my life around. Now when I read a story about a young deer getting drunk and stepping out in front of a pickup, or for getting gored to death in a gang fight? I think that could have been me. And the only thing that kept me from becoming just another roadkill, just another face on a wall, was St. Nicholas. And there's not a goddamn reindeer here tonight who cannot say the same. You go ahead, you ask them. Ask Dasher, the first reindeer. Ask Prancer, excuse me, Hollywood. Where his career would be without the 8 at the top of his precious little resume. Ask Cupid what he was doing. But it does. It all matters. Because Kris Kringle has built his life on helping others. And that's what makes such accusations like this such a tragedy. You listen to Blitzen and all her feminist ranting and all that bullshit. She wants you to forget this is the man, folks, that single-handedly built the first reindeer team in the world to admit does and bucks on an equal basis. Well, the bucks are still better, of course. Anyway, you want to talk about sexual harassment? Talk to the elves. They were towel boys in an Irish brothel before. But he took them out of there. He took them out of there and he gave them all jobs. He gave them a reason to live. He set up the Toy Maker Apprenticeship Program. They could work and learn and retain skills that they could use. He supports Big Brother, Big Sister of America, UNICEF, the Special Olympics. All of this and the Christmas run. Why you keep laughing? Anyway, Rudolph was just a poor, retarded, deformed little reindeer pup when St. Nicholas brought him in. And he showed him that he could be somebody. Be what? He showed him that somebody had faith in him when nobody else in the world did. Not even his own father. Yeah, sure he did. He didn't lead the team that night, but I don't see how that can be somehow interpreted as a conspiracy that would someday lapse him into a catatonic stoop. If the gossip mongers take St. Nicholas's generosity towards that little retarded reindeer and they turn it into something more and perverted, it just pisses me off. It pisses me off and it confuses the hell out of me. I don't get it. Maybe you guys do. I don't. Maybe you, when Vixen comes out here, ask her, what happened? What happened to Rudolph? What happened to you? After all, who is it that's pushing these perverted accusations? It's the fucking party. Blitzen, Vixen, and Cupid. The two dykes in the fag. And some people might not Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, they are. You ever seen the way they look at each other? Like they know something the rest of us don't? Well, you don't have to take my word for it, but just because they both had mates does not mean they never got married. At the very least, they're all three bisexual. They will not be happy until we are all bisexual. Everyone in this world. Even if that means smearing the reputation of the one man who, stands for, what is it, peace on earth, goodwill towards men, and, family values, that shit. Yeah. Because this is why I call them herberts, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm not one to judge anybody's own personal behavior. But when you take a good man's name and you flip it on its ass just to serve your own political agenda, especially a man who has done so much for the whole entire world, and for you personally, well, that's just warped. That's more than warped. It's unfairly warped. It's unfairly warped. It's unfairly. It's not in the Christmas fucking Really, I don't know why I'm up here so upset. I don't know why I'm gonna get to me. I should be like these other assholes today. What? You're joking! But that's why I'm not laughing. Because it's not funny. Shut. They're serious. They're dead serious. They think they're gonna get somewhere with these charges. They think they're gonna do all the crazies. It seems like every year there's some new mother saying that he's tried to rape her. But the fact that people are listening to these new accusations about Vixen, it scares the hell out of me. The fact that people even want to know the truth, that scares the hell out of me. Did St. Nicholas sexually molest one of the reindeer? How can you ask me that? How can you even think it? You know the answer. He's a good man. Trust me, they didn't make him a saint for his looks. I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful here, but Joan of Arc and, St. Patrick, those are glamour saints. But the Catholic Church did not admit St. Nicholas into sainthood because of his looks. It's just not the way it is. He's not glamorous. You know why they did it, folks? They did it because behind that bowl full of jelly is a heart of gold. Well, behind it, up. And if he's overweight and out of shape, and if he drinks a little bit too much, and if he doesn't put the priorities of ours at the top of the list, it's because there's other priorities. St. Nicholas wasn't here to make the 8 of us happy. He's put on this earth to make the entire world happy. And if he can only do that one night out of the year, well, it's because of fuckers like this. like Blitzen and Vixen.
Cupid.
And Cupid. And it's because of these journalists who care more about news that sells than news that's true. It's because of these lawyers who will fly in over the face of tradition just because there's money. And it's because of people all around the world sitting in morbid fascination who don't have the moral decency it takes to just pick up their No. This is not happening. Motherfucking no.